Well, all right, y'all. So, welcome back to Love 24 Hours here, where we review content that could either brighten or enlighten your day. So, yeah, so shout out to the whole entire Love Tribe. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I appreciate the positive words and the support. Thank you for tuning in. Other than that, I don't have anything else for you today. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and jump straight into the video.
Morning, how are you?
Go to hell.
How are you feeling this morning?
Go to hell.
You doing okay?
Go to hell.
Okay.
You gotta understand, a prophet is not welcome in his own home. And it's like, what you mean by that? It's like these people that's familiar with you, these people that know you, the people that grew up with you, they looking at you in a certain way. And it's cringy for them to see you act different than the way that they've always seen you act. So when you trying to blossom, you trying to do better, the people that's familiar with you, they've already set their standard, they've already put you in a box that's already got it in their mind on who you are, it's hard for them to adjust to the new you. So they're not going to embrace the new you. They're not going to embrace the changes. You see what I'm saying? Because they already familiar. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these times where you in familiar environments, you in places where people are familiar with you, they're not going to be able to see you in the element of new that you see yourself. So you have to remove yourself from familiar environments. You're not really going to be able to blossom. You're not really going to be able to be who you want to be until you separate yourself away from people who trying to keep you in a box of who you already are. You see what I'm saying? See, these people want to keep you in a state of who you already are, and it's not their fault because that's all they know. It ain't like they understand the new you. They understand who you are now. And you acting how you acting now is cringy to them. It make them feel weird. It make them look at you different. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand the way that you making them feel is not gonna allow them to embrace you and support the new you that you trying to blossom into.
You're really concerned about truth, you've got to check an ego at the door, okay? You do not know everything. A lot of you think you do, but you don't. I certainly don't. Through your school system, through your education that you're so proud of, that builds your whole ego, your whole value in life, it's impossible for you to discard it and admit you were deceived. Let me tell you something. You've been deceived. It's not your fault. You can let go of your ego. Nobody's going to laugh at you except other people that can't let go of their ego. But people that have caught on to the con and realized the power grab that's taken place, they're not going to laugh at you. They're going to welcome you. I'm telling you again, the worst thing they fear is the hive mind. The one thing they fear is 300 million people in the United States coming together on one topic and saying, this makes no sense. We need answers. Why is the flat earth so important? Because it shows the deception. There are enough reasonable questions to create reasonable suspicion that we've been lied to. They can't afford to keep being asked. Whether the earth actually turned out to be diamond-shaped, cross-shaped, pear-shaped, there's that it's not what we've been told. And once that is revealed, everything these governments have done becomes illegitimate. That is why it matters. And that is why they will do anything they can to keep us fighting, keep us distracted, keep us at odds against each other, just like the entire world. Whether it be Christians against Muslims, blacks against whites, government that truly has your best interest, your freedom at heart? Or does it sound like a government that wants to keep you constantly busy on paying attention to anything but what they're doing? And this truth movement is no different. Because as soon as the topic starts going, you can actually make a stand and say, hey, wait a minute, This needs to be answered. This is a big one. And I don't care what anybody says, the flat earth, the shape of the earth, is the biggest conspiracy and has been used to manipulate, deceive, and control us all. If, God forbid, everybody came and started demanding answers, and once they can't provide those answers, people realize they are busted. It can't be a mistake. It can't be anything but the deception and control mechanism it is. Flat Earth is not a psyop. Flat Earth destroys the psyop. Every psyop that's been used to control us for as long as they've known about it. So this system has been in power and control for hundreds of years, ever since they convinced the rest of the world that they didn't, and created this fantastical scenario to make people feel insignificant and to follow those that appear to know better. They're just better liars, deceivers, that have no conscience and will do everything and anything to everybody and anybody they can to keep that power. Because people are waking up. And no matter how much they try to suppress this flat earth movement, oh, it's going to keep moving one way or another. You can see it. People are waking up. So now, louder than ever, I can hear that clock. Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. It's a religion. It's all a religion. You know why? Because government is a religion. Government is the majority of the world's true God. Because they believe that these people have some sort of power. And they've even convinced us that we've given it to them. They still have us convinced in 2015, the age of instant communication, that we, for some reason, need representatives in a city that's not even part of this country called Washington, D.C. to represent us. That in this age of instant communication, we can't represent ourselves for some reason. That's how deep the brainwashing and the indoctrination has gone. They still have you convinced that this government should be run on the same system it was run when people were back on horseback using telegraphs and Pony Express. That's why they had these representatives, had to go to Washington, so that they could go back home to of a few 100,000 people and say, well, what do you guys want? Okay, I'll go tell them. And they travel for a week to Washington, D.C. or however long it takes. That's why you needed representatives. Now I can push this button and talk to anybody in the world. What the fuck do I need a representative for? Because it's the power system, the control system. They have to keep indoctrinating you in schools, teaching you about everything and anything but where you live. Now they have to treat out all the money that was going into the educational system to control your mind isn't working anymore. People see how stupid everybody is. That is the failure of government. See, Flat Earth proves the failure of government, period. Because it's either deceived and lied and indoctrinated us all into a false system, or it's completely failed in making people realize if they really live on a globe, a lot of people don't see it. So your education system has failed now, hasn't it? In order to believe it, we've got to believe a bunch of math formulas that only a few people in the world can supposedly understand, and we've just got to take your word for it. Here in this age of all this technology where I can get on this phone, record this video, and send it out to the world, they can't seem to find a way to easily, simply prove to everybody on the planet where they live. It always depends on some formulas that the majority of the people don't understand. And again, the people that do understand it don't understand it. They either that know it's, what difference does it make? Yeah, that's their favorite line. Got a lot of people, what difference does it make? You can't figure out what difference it makes? If you can't figure out what difference it makes that the people running your world have fucking lied to you over and over your whole life, if you can't figure out that someone lying to you is trying to control you, Suppressing of information, of knowledge, is control. Deception of information and knowledge is a form of control. So what difference does it make? It makes a big difference, because once they start omitting information or lying about information about where you live, they're doing it to control you. Period. Why am I having to explain this to critical thinkers in the truth movement? Where you live, come together and demand answers, they would be in checkmate. They would not know what the fuck to do. They cannot prove it. They can't prove the globe because it doesn't exist. So once you call on them, they're done. You then remove them from power and go from there. That rips down all the other conspiracies. You then have access to all these top secret government files, the national security that they hide all the evidence under. The way you control billions of people is to keep them divided and fighting each other. So they focus on anything and everything but you.
This beach is not a beach. It's actually a glacier.
There was a drop-off that went down between 5 and 6 meters, so not too deep. And at the bottom, there was black sand. Down at the bottom, it felt like I was floating in the stars, in the sparkles. It was totally crazy. Totally crazy. It's incredible.
That's good. It's like beautifully sculpted marble. The ice is so pure. It's extraordinary. But after about 200 meters, shapes start appearing on the screen. And what I'm seeing, about 20 meters below, is a geological interface that's very strong, very clear. This beach is not a beach, it's actually a glacier. There's a significant amount of ice that's trapped in the valley and no longer moving.
All right. Well, we got your attention. He will answer it for you.
An Antarctic explorer who lives at the edge of the Earth not only saw everything with his own eyes, but also managed to secretly film the dome supports and other strange things. His video will follow, but first I will voice his story. I was part of the 47th closed Antarctic expedition in 2002. When I was included in a research group that was heading inland, the driver of their car got sick, and I replaced him. Before starting the trip, the head of the expedition instructed me and forced me to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He told me to forget everything I was taught in school, that the Earth is a sphere. It is flat as your frying pan, and we are on the edge of it. Everything is covered with a dome. Don't tell anyone about what you'll see there in the ice. We were also prohibited from taking photos or making videos there. We drove south for 6 days until we reached a wide river with unfrozen water. The head of the group forbade touching the water, saying that there was radiation. But what was on the other side of the river gave me goosebumps. It's a massive metal support about 2 kilometers high. The leader said that such supports are installed around the Earth every 53 kilometers. Supporting the dome, what dome? I asked. Watch carefully, he said. Indeed, if you look closely, you can see that the sky looks like glass or blue plastic.
Brain is always looking for evidence to confirm what you have told it. So if the story in your mind is things are always shit and never working out for me, your brain is going to cherry pick everything in your life that reinforces that. This is why when people start to say things like, show me how it gets better, I know it can get better than this. It starts to, because your brain is going to start looking for evidence for that to be true. It's a confirmation bias, and it doesn't have to be rooted in negativity. Your brain will start to cherry pick the things that are good and that show that life has the capacity to be better. Your mind is just doing its job. It's looking for proof to reinforce the reality that you have created for yourself up there. So be intentional about the reality you're creating.
Guarantee you this video gonna help at least one woman. To my God-fearing women, to my women who are trying to build a relationship with God, here's a mistake that a lot of y'all make. And take it from me, somebody who used to be a womanizer, used to play these manipulation games and was once a non-believer. It's a mistake a lot of y'all make. Y'all are opening the door for the devil to come into your life. What I mean by that? Truth be told, a lot of y'all really, really want a God-fearing man, but y'all settle because y'all see what the world has to offer. Notice I said the world has to offer. So a lot of times it's just good enough for a man to tell you that he believes in God, or he believes that there is a God, and you allow him right into your life. You get what I'm saying? What I mean by that? Somebody who was a womanizer, somebody who would bank on this. You got to think about it. This is a spiritual world. So I'm talking to y'all in the physical. However, the spirits that would work through me and other men have much more intelligence and a deeper and more evil assignment. You get what I'm saying? So I'll put it to you this way. If I was on a date with a woman and I seen that she was a Christian, the second she allowed me into her life, after I would just say, you know, oh, I believe that there is a God, I just don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, I believe in God. Basically talking it, but not walking it. The second she allowed access, chaos. Chaos. And do I mean, oh, you know, a whole bunch of, you know, extreme things? Like, nah, I don't mean like extreme things, but oh, yeah, best believe her spiritual journey definitely got altered. She definitely got a lot of distractions. She definitely started to fall into sin. A lot of headaches came, a lot of confusion. The same thing that's happening to y'all. You really got to start heart checking these men. I don't mean heart checking them by, you know, pressing them or nothing, but see where their heart is. Because when a man has the love of God, he's going to talk about it. It's going to come out his mouth. What's in a man's heart will come out. And a lot of y'all are settling because y'all don't believe that actually God-fearing men are walking this earth. Y'all think I'm the only man that truly loves God and have a relationship with God and after his heart? No, you're sadly mistaken if you think that's the case. But you taking matters into your own hand when you going out on these dates. But when a man looks good enough, you start to put stuff on the back burner, like, okay, maybe it's not a big deal, or maybe I can change him. If that ain't your husband, leave him alone. If y'all not growing in Christ together, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? And I used to have that worldly way of thinking, wait until marriage. I used to laugh when women say that. Until God revealed himself, opened my eyes, and I started to see, oh, how detrimental sex really is when it's outside of marriage. Stop altering your standards because you're desperate. I'm not saying desperate in the, oh, I need a man. But there's some type of, I don't even know the word, disparity. I don't know. But there's something that's causing you to alter your standards. You got to stand on that. You got to stand for God. You got to stand with him. Because the devil is going to send counterfeits your way. And there's a lot of spirits working through these men to get you off track. That's just what it is. Why you think a lot of heartbreak come with it? Why you think a lot of distraction come with it? Because the man that's truly led by the spirit of truth, he's not going to come with no confusion because he know God is not the author of confusion. God is with him. God walks with him. God uses him. So if somebody coming to you is nothing but distraction, that's from his father, which is Satan. Satan is the author of confusion. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all make this mistake. Y'all see a man post Bible scriptures, have a couple Bible tattoos, but don't really bear the fruits of the spirit. Or y'all be waiting for him to bring it up. Oh, I don't want to talk about, religion. I'm going to wait for him to bring it up. If that man truly loves God, he's going to bring it up. I'm telling you. This is something I couldn't fathom before I was a believer. I couldn't fathom it. The stuff I'm telling y'all right now, I'm just like, no, like what? Just because you love God, that don't mean you got to. Man, when you love God and you truly love God and you really stand with Christ, you can't help but to talk about it. The Holy Spirit uses you, bro. It uses you. And a lot of people just see you as somebody to be used. You get what I'm saying? Whenever somebody see a woman that's walking with God or trying to wait to marriage, you know how much pride and ego a man will feel after he have sex with a woman that's supposed to be on her walk with God? Come on now. That's a demon. It's draining you. Whenever you, I want to wait to marriage, and the whole time they sitting there tempting you. Whenever you fall into temptation, you feeling bad, you feeling that conviction, he go home, you get what I'm saying? Ego. That's the devil working through him. The devil like to see God's kids fall short. He like to tempt them. God don't tempt you. The devil tempt you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you ain't got to settle, man. You ain't got to settle. And that ain't me putting y'all above me. This is me keeping it real. I'm here to help men and women. I ain't biased. I ain't finna be, I'm only speaking to the men. When God uses you, he don't discriminate who his message go to. It go to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm just here on assignment, man. Man, be wise. Be wise. If you're not a God-fearing man, run. Run. Y'all out here dancing with the devil. When he tell you to flee, you run. Well, God bless. Y'all be good.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are being like attacked by a group of people, you have people talking shit about you behind your back, you have people trying to make plans on you, you got people trying to go out of their way to make sure that you're miserable in a group setting, okay? I want you to understand that a group of people have to attack you because one weak motherfucker can't touch you. One. And that one weak motherfucker had to go get their friends, had to go get their family and lie on your name. Okay, because they're weak. They can't do it themselves. So they had to go get other people, lie on them to try to convince them that you're the enemy, that you're the problem, and that you need to be eradicated or you need to be held responsible. All because I don't know who you are, but to me, I'm getting the vibes that you're a strong ass person. You stand the fuck on your own. You don't have to go around being friends with people being fake as fuck. You don't have to go around trying to get into groups and circles and shit. You stand powerful and you stand tall on your own. If you're over here trying to make improvements to yourself and there's just a group of angry motherfuckers, no matter what you do, they just mad at you, they just talking shit about you, you doing something right. You're absolutely doing something right. I don't give a fuck about what the threats are coming out of that group, what they saying about you. You a strong motherfucker, because the fact that there's at least 3 or more people trying to take you down for being an authentic motherfucker, wow. It take a group of people to break your spirit. Not even then can your spirit be broken. Can your energy be taken from you? Can your authenticity be stomped on? Because that's you.
What's happening, boy? Hey, this my girl, Ashley. Nice to meet you, Ashley. Hi. Oh, babe, I seen the sweetest old couple today. They was sitting on the bench at the park, and I was like, oh, I wish we could be like that. You know, not to say that we're going to get married or anything like that, but if we do, I want us to be able to be like that because their love seems so pure. I was like, oh, my goodness. Babe, I watched Harry Potter yesterday, and I had never seen it before because my parents were so strict, but I loved their accents. They was like, Harry Potter. Maybe we could talk like that around the house sometimes, you know, just for fun. I love the way you lay on the bed. I don't know how you do that. Hey, good night. Oh, good night, babe. But I was saying it would probably be uncomfortable for me. Wait, let me see. Oh, no. How do you do that? That feels...
All right, y'all. So that's all I have for you guys for today. So thank you. You already know what time it is. I really thought I was gonna be able to do it this time. I actually practiced this time. Anyway, I'm not even gonna try. So yeah, the video is coming to a close. It's coming to a close, y'all. So yeah, so thank you for tuning in today. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, my silly side and my normal side be at war with this. You wouldn't understand it unless you actually like do this. Like just try. Why don't you just try? Like pretend that you have a platform or something and you talking to an audience and just see how you do. You're probably gonna laugh because you're gonna be thinking about me because I just said something now though. So I probably done messed it up. Or maybe I don't know. Some people put it on like the news anchor voice real good and they get it in and knock it out. Me, I'm far too silly. I see. Sometimes now back in the day before y'all, I was pretty straight, I think. And when I did, maybe not. I can't remember. Whatever. Okay, so why am I arguing with myself on here? Okay, well, technically, I'm not arguing with myself. I'm not arguing with y'all either because I'm not even arguing. So, yeah, anyway. what's normal, right? So yeah, so look, I'm out, y'all. So love and light to every last one of you. It's your weird best friend, and I'm signing off. So enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever. And until the next video, peace out.